A fifth factor that will affect motivation to learn is the answer to the question, how am I doing? We call this answer knowledge of results. Knowledge of results, knowing how you're doing, is essential to sustaining your effort. Suppose you were throwing darts at a board that I could see and you couldn't. And I just said, throw another one. Okay, throw another one. Throw another one. How long would you continue playing this silly game? Frequently, students don't know whether or not they've hit their educational target, particularly if they have one test at the end of the year. You need to be giving students knowledge of results all through the year. The more specific that knowledge of results, the more effort students will put forth to improve their performance. Watch teachers give feedback so students know what they did well and what, if anything, they need to do to improve their performance. Randy, for example, gives his students the opportunity to check their own lab work so they know how accurate they were.
It's simply very dilute. It's right near the very top. It'll probably appear somewhat yellowish orange to you. That is carotene. That's one of the accessory pigments we talked about. The next one, you would see another yellow one further down, which is xanthophyll. Another accessory pigment. It doesn't look green. The green ones are going to be the chlorophylls. These two, remember, are the accessory pigments.
Lighter, kommen die Freundin heute Abend nicht.
Okay, you got a plural verb and a singular noun. Change one or the other.
Oh, I see.
Mark gives the assistance necessary for a student to be successful, and then the feedback that his answer is correct and why. This helps the rest of the class as well.
Now, did you notice how he remembered to put the verb second? You know what the rule there is. In a main sentence, main declarative sentence, not a question, main declarative sentence, the verb is invariably second. That's one of the very few rules that you get in German, because everything else has exceptions, but this one has no exception.
Tom gives his students feedback so they can check their own knowledge.
Can you think of another pronoun that shows possession without using an apostrophe? Anybody? Think of one right now. Got your. One other one. Two other ones. Write them down next to this question. Next to number 8. Write down 2 more personal pronouns that indicate possession, which are not whose, which are not your. I'll take one if you can't come up with 2. Give me another personal pronoun, one like yours or whose, that indicates possession, but doesn't have an apostrophe. Mine. Mine, very good. His, our, her, and just my.
If you want to keep the weight on both feet, what do you need to do?
Susan lets her dance students know their answer is right, but stretches them to consider other possibilities.
Okay, your second answer was right, Sue. Another hold will keep the weight on that foot. Or, what's the other obvious thing to do? Show the new position.
Adrian?
I would tend to think that there's kind of a conflict between these dual forces in the universe. There's age versus youth, there's death versus life, there's body versus soul. Throughout the poem there just seems to be these conflicting things. There's kind of an idea and then a conflicting idea.
Excellent. So you're looking at it on more than one level.
Kind of a dual kind of
And with
thing.
Yates, that's always a good thing to do too, because he tends to do things on more than one level.
Right.
The bodies.
Pat gives her students the feedback that lets the student and the class know why his response is excellent.